Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 214 for the 23rd of September, July.
September?
Jeez, everybody. 2023. My name's Sloan Kelly, and I'm very confused with the line.
My name's Jody Kelly.
And my name is James Baker.
James Baker
James.
is in the
LeBron James Baker.
LeBron.
Was that it? Okay. Okay, because did he play for the? I'm gonna guess wrongly. Did he play for the Lakers?
Funnily enough, he sure did.
There you go. Don't recognize the shirt color.
And the Cleveland Cavaliers for a wee while.
Mm.
And he currently plays for Warner Brothers now.
Is he?
Well, he seems to be
in
at Warner Brothers. He's just in
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Yeah.
Oh, was he the new guy in Space Jam?
The new MJ, the new Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, enough about that.
Nice.
Secrets.
Shouting at
someone
Danny.
off camera.
Shouting orders at
Shouting
Danny.
at Danny.
It's like the way you got a dirty look.
I know.
Look. He's
Karaoke.
oh,
Right.
dear.
It's too late for karaoke. Bed.
That's exactly.
Is you guys having a good week? You guys have been all over the shop. I've been sitting here destroying sheds. You
James,
guys have
you were away for 10 days?
No, just 7 days.
Was it just
been
7?
as well.
Felt like ages. Hey, there's
Just Jamie
Jay.
Keelan.
Hello.
Hello. Hola.
There's someone who's seen Barbie.
Uh,
I bet she... Did you have the pink on, Jay?
we
I'm
we were supposed to go and see Barbenheimer this weekend, and we had to cancel because Sam was working and I had a shed to pull down. So that's the only reason we didn't do Barbenheimer. But we will at some point do Barbenheimer. But I'm also going to see my wee pal TC as well.
Well, we went to see Tommy's new film, and Barbie was everywhere. Oh my god,
Pink.
it was terrific! Pink balloons, loads of girls and boys coming out wearing pink, and Barbies and
what a
Kens
buzz.
everywhere.
What a buzz at the pictures.
Huge buzz,
Reflected
absolutely
in the box
huge.
office,
But
which is
I'll tell you,
top
I'll tell
story.
you, it's see, because of all that kind of buzz in the cinema, it really lifts that movie, doesn't it? Really, because everybody's like, "Oh, I need to go and see it." Plus, it's getting great reviews.
Yep.
So, yeah, all that stuff, that kind of interactive, it helps. Definitely helps.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it looks fun.
It does look fun.
Just
absolutely.
a kind of
Absolutely. Sign me up.
can't wait for all.
Oh, Jay didn't do the double bill then.
No, we had big plans all to do it, but it didn't help that I was away in Crete and got back, and then because I had 5 days off during the week, I had to work Saturday and Sunday, which is unusual. Otherwise, today would have been the day we would have done Barbieheimer. But then we were just going to do Oppenheimer tonight, and then I tried to book it at 8:00 this morning, and it was sold out at the IMAX at Braehead.
That's good news.
Sold out. It is good news. I was a wee bit miffed. I would have been a
Well,
little bit
not for you,
saddened,
but
no, not for me. But I
For a
can
movie in
take
general,
that.
yeah.
So then I thought, right, I'll book it for tomorrow night, and it was nearly sold out for tomorrow night in IMAX on a Monday night at Braehead.
Wow.
So we've opted to go. I've got Tuesday off, so we're going Tuesday morning, and we're going. With Jay's coming with us as well.
Is that the Odeon at Braehead? I don't know. That's changed because
It's the Odeon.
They opened up XS or whatever it was called, and then they didn't open the cinema, and it was laid dormant for like 10 years or something.
There's an IMAX. There's an IMAX at Silverburn. That's very good.
Is it an IMAX though?
No, it's a
well,
super screen.
We had this conversation, didn't we? You're right. You're right.
It's a super screen, which
It's
is
not
a
true
very,
IMAX.
very. It's not true IMAX. It's very, 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 very good. It's close. It's close, but it is definitely not IMAX.
So Braehead's true IMAX and the Science Centre's true IMAX.
I think the truest is
Science Centre.
The Science Centre is true IMAX because it's a proper IMAX came in, did the screen, all the audio stuff and all that
So,
kind of thing.
so for you, Sloan, where's your nearest IMAX then in Canada?
I think it's
Near
Toronto.
Niagara.
IMAX, of course,
Is
is Canadian.
Is it Canadian?
Just up the road, yeah.
So Toronto's the nearest for you? That's
I
like
think it might be Oakville. There might be one in Oakville. There used to be one just there because I actually saw Fast 8 in IMAX, like proper IMAX. Like this is the front speaker, this is the left speaker, like that one.
Aye.
I saw that in Niagara Falls, but that one shut down. So
That's a shame. It's a shame. I do like Silverburn Cinema, though. I do like it.
Oh, I do. I think Silverburn Cinema is a great experience. Honestly,
yeah.
I was a little bit addicted to it for a while,
Yeah.
and then I couldn't justify traveling up there. It was just like I was knackered and all the rest of it. But it is probably my preferred cinema experience, to be honest.
It's good seats in there. Because you were a bit of a cinema snob. You wanted to go and see everything in this Science Centre at one point. I remember. Yeah.
I still am a cinema snob, but I'm just a bit more tired these days.
You'd like to still do these things, but it's just like, let's just go and see it.
I know.
Yeah. I just want. See in a cinema. I just want everybody to be well behaved, and that's all I want. That's all I want.
Do you know what you need?
And comfy seats,
decent seats. Because as soon as you bring in decent seats, people start going, "Oh, this is nice," and they start paying attention a bit more because there's less kind of doing all this kind of stuff.
If I go and see the cinema and it's at Kilmarnock, it's through necessity rather than because it's not my preferred cinema. It's the closest.
See the Silverburn experience is when you walk up, you park the car, then you walk through the shopping mall. It feels a little bit American. It feels definitely like a movie experience, and I love it. Honestly,
yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that.
I love it. It's a good shout for the whole experience.
Yeah,
and then if you watch it with a Glasgow crowd, I find it's usually a wee bit better. I watched Mission Impossible with a Glasgow crowd, and they were all into it except a family that weren't into it. So,
but we'll get to that later.
I know.
We'll get to that.
So, just quickly before we leave this subject, right? I just want to say cinemas can do more to stop people from double screening, affecting people who don't want a double screen. When a double screen, I mean people who are picking up their phone in the cinema. I think it's going to be a very, very difficult thing to stop. But if you're paying like 45, 55, sometimes close to 100 quid to go and see the pictures, to go and see the experiences, and have them spoiled by people who just want to check their phone, even if it's for 5 seconds, because all of a sudden you're like, and you're drawn to it. I think they should either be really, really harsh with them somehow. I don't know how it is, and make a much stronger message, because the message. I went to see Mission Impossible in Cineworld. Their message was stronger than Odeon's message, but Odeon's message should be a lot stronger. Or they say to people, see if you want a double screen, you take the back 2 rows.
Go and watch your film in your house.
No, but because obviously they want to get the kids to it. Well, I agree with you.
Though.
But they want the money, but just go and use the back 2 rows. If you want a double screen, then we've reserved these back 2 rows. So you're not gonna.
Could you not employ people called slappers?
Just slap it out.
I've tried that once. It never worked out for me.
I know, but you didn't wear the uniform of the cinema. So the guy, you got the bellboy guy with the round hat. Just comes up and right out of their hands.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But see, even if they said, listen, if you're going to double screen, if you need to check your phone for whatever reason, make sure it's turned down and sit up the back. The back 2 rows are for double screeners.
I always think though that if you double screen, you're clearly not invested in that movie, and you should be doing something else. So whether you're checking Slack messages or whatever it is, or your Microsoft Teams or Discord or whatever it is, you're not focused on. You should be focused on the thing that you're going to see. So if you're not, leave the cinema.
Do you not think that's
not going to happen? Not going to happen.
Do you not think that's like you were saying there? Though it's like a dad taking the kids to see the latest cartoon or something, and he's not that interested, but he's taking kids in, maybe a couple of pals, But if it's something like Tom Cruise film, come on.
We've all seen Chicken Little in the theaters, and we've all sat there without our phones and watched the movie.
Read a book with a torch.
See, there's people there with their phones, right? And just say this is my phone, right? They'll sit in there and they think they're into it. And
that's Diana Prince's phone, by the way.
They'll be the phone in the cup holder, right? And they think they're being respectful by just clicking it, having a look at the time, quick look at the text message, turn it off and put it back. And it just drives me absolutely daft. And they think they're doing all right. They think they're doing...
James Baker clocks it.
Oh, man.
The thing is, I hate
it. I hate that.
It's when you hear that thing, it says, turn off your phone because it's distracting for other guests. And it is distracting because you're looking at the screen like that, which is a big, shiny object. And all of a sudden you see a big, shinier object closer to you. And it's only human nature to go, oh,
shiny.
Because it could be dangerous. It's our little lizard brain that goes like, oh, that might be dangerous.
Yeah.
And that's why we get distracted by it.
Yeah.
And every time they ask me for a review, I will give everything will be good. And I'll always put one thing that is not good and I'll leave a massive comment about you can do better. Like, I understand this is probably where this needs to go if you want to keep all the money, but just get those people in the back rows.
Yeah.
Stick in the back rows so all they're doing is affecting each other.
Yeah. This is even another 2-hour podcast if we keep carrying on like this.
Sorry, I know.
We're only 11 minutes in. We should have the equivalent of like the old ones where it was the smoking, non-smoking sections. We should have like a texting section.
It's not a bad shirt, by the way. It's not a bad shirt.
Do you know what though? I remember that one time, and it was a guy. I don't know if it was where he was sitting, or if his phone was particularly bright, but it cast a complete shadow across. It was like, across one side of the cinema with his phone. He must have had his torch on by accident or something. Don't know.
Did I ever tell you of Darth Plagueis the one? Did I ever tell you of we're on a plane. It's a night flight. Classic. It's a night flight, and somehow we're at the back of the plane. There's no toilet. It's a short plane, so it's like a prop jet thing. So we're at the back of the plane. There's no exit behind us. It's like the exits are front of us, and there's no toilet behind us. So we're in a row of 5. So it's like a bus. So Anne-Marie gets out. She's fiddling about with her iPad, and like she's taking forever. I don't know what she's doing. She's like examining all that kind of stuff. So eventually she opens it up, and I swear to God, it was like the beam coming out of the Ark of the Covenant, and then this woman that was 2 down from an office.
Really?
Yeah.
Slow and small.
I know.
Slow and small.
But that's what she said. Oh, sorry, kids. But yeah, that's. I just remember that. But all I could think of was these god fingers getting poked out of the aircraft when this thing opened, because it was as bright as the Ark of the Covenant.
Waking everybody up.
Do better, cinemas. Do better. Smoking, non-smoking, texting, non-texting. I mean, that's literally what you call for.
And don't let my wife in the cinema with her iPad.
Correct.
Right, after that, let's talk sad thing.
Oh,
I have a question, sir.
Yes, Baker at the back.
Yes. What does it mean when you say "what's the tea"? I don't know.
Oh, what's the shade? What's the story?
Yeah,
because we used to.
I don't know what.
I thought tea stood or something. I'm sorry. I was just like,
we used to have it as news, but because we decided because the stories are a week old, it's not really news anymore. So it's like basically a roundup of what's been going on in the week.
And is that a phrase?
Yeah. What's the
phrase people use?
What's the trouble? What's the deal? What's the tea?
Thanks.
There you go.
It's kind of like, you're sitting down with a nice cup of tea, and it's like, so what's happening? So it's what's the tea?
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Get it.
Here we go. Tony Bennett, legendary New York crooner, 96 he was though. So a good innings, almost a century.
Go on, Tony.
But
that's too life. That sometimes that's a lifetime and a half.
It's not half. Yeah. Can you name one of his songs?
Fly Me to the Moon, surely. What was it? Left My Heart in San Francisco.
Left My Heart in San Francisco. Yep. I've Got You Under My Skin. And of course, Rags to Riches, which is featured in Goodfellas.
Home Alone.
Tell us.
2. Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 3. Home Alone 4. Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Plus, he was singing right up to the end with Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
She's crazy. Local.
Did you hear the story about Lady Gaga? Oh, sorry.
Described him as a true talent, a true gentleman, and a true friend. There you go.
I've seen him. Have you guys seen him live?
No.
I didn't. I seen him without actually buying a ticket because he played in George Square to some like open.
Did he?
Just open. He was like, oh yeah. I was just walking past one day. I was like,
no way.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Was pretty cool.
Did he have a hat on the ground?
Was he busking?
No. He was a proper stage. You couldn't get in, but you didn't need to get in. You could actually just sit. You could sit outside the perimeter.
Oh, you could see him as well. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder what that was for.
Can't remember. That must have been 6 or 7 years ago, but
that must have been like the Euros or something.
Some
I don't know why they'd have got him in
the
for
Eurovision
that.
Song Contest, like Frankie
no,
goes
the
Hollywood.
football.
All right, okay.
Euros. Don't know why
I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I'm sure I didn't dream that.
I was going to say, sounds like a dream.
I'm sure I didn't dream that. I'm sure that's the truth.
Turns out it was a fever dream during COVID.
Tony Bennett came to my house and did a full concert in my back garden.
No,
amazing.
Didn't happen.
Did I dream that? What was I going to say there? Oh yeah, did you hear the latest about Lady Gaga and the new jeez, and the new Joker film? And
No.
she only.
Why is this
she's
not
only,
in the tea?
She's only. I know. She's only wanting to be called Lee, as in Harley Quinn.
What? Why?
So she only answers to Lee because it was a cinematographer or somebody, whatever it was, right? And it was like he said that he couldn't kind of get a hold of her. A kind of anytime they spoke, they weren't having a kind of relationship, or they weren't kind of until he started her assistant said she wants to be called Lee, and the minute he started calling her Lee, they had a total rapport with each other. She was a different person completely. She's a bit crazy, isn't she? That way, she's like a proper old school method actor. She was
describing how to act as somebody famous.
Oh, was she?
There's an interview and she's explaining to some famous person about how to act. I can't remember who it is. It's like Ian McKellen or something.
Right.
And we all know how he acts. Serene, Gandalf, Serene.
I'll tell you what, though, she's a bloody good. She's a good singer. She's a great singer, and she is a good actress, actually. Aye.
I actually quite like her. I like her. I know she might be a bit crazy, but I like her quite a lot, just as a human being.
She's hard to work with, though. If you had that kind of, it's like the Jim Carrey thing. Apparently he was quite hard to work with when he was the Man in the Moon movie.
Oh yeah.
Because he was pranking. Aye,
well, I worked with her when I worked in Lidl's in Kilmarnock.
You worked with Lady Gaga.
She was.
Wait a minute, this was a dream. That was a dream.
And she was quite hard to work with back then, to be fair.
Wait, was she in the fruit?
She was in the fruit and veg.
Right.
It was always a riot.
I bet.
Oh my god! I worked with her in Lido.
Always hard to work with.
Yeah, very difficult. But anyway, Tony Bennett. Elton John. What was Elton John saying?
Elton John led the tributes.
He led the tributes.
So sad. It's a sad situation, he said.
Well, for God's sake. Jesus.
Oh dear.
Oh God. He's on form. So much so that we've got 0 viewers now.
Do you know why? Because I swore.
That's it. Flatlined.
I know. That's it.
This episode's been cancelled. Oh God. Finally we've been cancelled.
Finally we've been cancelled.
Yeah.
Carol King said, "Rip Tony Bennett." Well, there you go. That's succinct and to the point.
Ripping.
Nasty.
Shall we talk box office?
Oh yeah, he's winning. I think you're winning, James. By the way,
Please do.
So we've got where are we here? This is our handy dandy chart. For those of you listening to the podcast, you can see the numbers go bigger as they get down to the right. That's because there's more things getting released. So we're currently at Oppenheimer just now. So all of these movies have been released so far.
We're almost there with the full.
Are these domestic or worldwide numbers?
These it's all worldwide. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So chart wise, the one that's interesting is this kind of brownie one down here, which is the Indiana Jones. It keeps going up.
That's good news. That is good news.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's nice.
That may have legs.
Yep. Elemental's still going up as well. It's going up slightly faster than Indiana Jones, but again, I think it's a bit more accessible because it's a kids movie, and so it's kids plus families.
That's good as well. Pixar need a bit of a boost, you know. That's good. Yeah. I like the fact those two are going. What's the green one?
That is Mission Impossible, which is like that. So it's 370 million.
Steady trajectory.
370?
Yeah. 370, yeah.
370? Oh,
its opening weekend was 235.
Go on, Tom.
Come on, Tom.
Not as good as Barbie, though. 337 opening weekend.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
I think I've just lost that bet with Faith.
Really?
Faith had a Barbie Mission Impossible bet on.
Oh, really?
Faith.
Wow.
Yeah.
So talk to me. Barbie's done what in how much time?
So
weekend.
It opened on the 21st.
It's
now the 23rd, and it's made 337 million.
You might as well just
dollars.
You just might as well call that $500 million. In a couple of days. Let's just say that's what it is.
That is going to. Well, Mario Brothers is the film so far box office of the year. This is going to surpass it 100%. This is a $1 billion movie.
Because it annoys me that Mario Brothers got up that high. It really annoys me.
Does it?
Aye, it does.
Big Sonic fan.
It didn't surprise me at all because of the.
It surprised me.
Did it? I think it's generations of. It's the same as the Barbie thing. It's generations of. Although there's not so much of a crossover with Barbie. Obviously, it's a girls' thing. Traditionally, I'd like to say, traditionally a girl thing. Although Danny's busting to see this movie.
People know who Barbie is, and I'm looking forward to it as well. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, me too. So I think this is going to, because it's a generational thing as well, and it's getting great reviews. Everything's going for it, and geez, man, it's that's twice as much as Oppenheimer.
It is, because Oppenheimer's got 174. Do you think Oppenheimer is riding the tails of the Barbie thing with the whole Barbenheimer?
They're both helping each other.
Okay.
However, I think Barbie's helping Oppenheimer more than the other way around.
Bit,
yeah. But it looks as if it's that double bill thing hasn't quite gone to plan. Otherwise, I think Oppenheimer might be a little bit higher in the box office.
I think it's great because anyone who I speak to is at the pictures just saying the pictures are like a total buzzing.
Yeah,
and I love it. I love it.
It's the first time in a while we've had a kind of real proper cinema buzz since before COVID. I can't even think of the last real buzz.
You're talking like a Star Wars movie buzz. Kind of. Marvel's going to see it. Universal, Marvel.
Endgame like probably.
Do you think as well as that people this is the height of the summer holidays now? We're the 23rd of July. This is the height of the summer holidays. So this is when we were growing up. This is when the movies would have come out, the summer big movies. And so maybe people were waiting for. I mean, I know that there's this chart here is showing there's a whole bunch of people have gone to see Guardians of the Galaxy and all that kind of stuff, but Barbie's kind of hit the sweet spot in a way because it's come out when everybody's off. Like everybody's off school.
Yep, that's true.
Obviously not Australia, but
the English schools they've just broken up, haven't they? You tell me, James, the kid, your nieces and nephews down south, they've just broken up for school.
Some of them some broke up on Friday, and there's a few more that are going to break up maybe Tuesday, Wednesday this week coming.
Right, okay.
So, listen, just a quick one. Did any of us say anything about Barbie in our predictions at all?
Nope.
Can you go back, man? None at all.
Oh,
None
my
at all.
gosh.
Nobody
Really?
did.
How wrong were we?
There you go.
We never saw that one
said
coming.
it. Nope.
Wow.
We all had Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning 1, 2, and 3. We had Spider-Man, Indiana Jones, which was wrong. Little Mermaid. James, you hit the Little Mermaid, which
it's doing well.
To be honest, still has legs.
Who's the most correct so far?
Who's the most correct? Whoa.
Yeah. You have to just add that. You have to add that up, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So
it's like fantasy football league, is it not?
Me?
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not you. Is it you?
It is. Because I said Spider-Verse was my first pick. So we're just going by 1, 1, and 1. Let's do those movies there. So, James, you said Mission Impossible, which is 370 million, and Jody, you said Indiana Jones was your first pick.
Oops.
So, I mean, if we're going to go by first pick,
it's my first mistake. Oh, damn it!
Oh well. Thanks for playing, Jody.
Yeah.
That should have done so much better. But anyway, whatever.
It should have. I want to see the demographics for that. Like, who's coming out of that?
That and the Flash.
Well, the Flash has officially flatlined. It's out on streaming services now, and it's good.
Yeah.
I nearly bought it last night.
267 million it made, which is a loss. I mean that's not a win. That's a loss.
Absolute, 100%.
Because it cost what 200 and something odd million to make. It cost almost as much as Secret Invasion to make.
That Transformers movie's not done well either. Really.
It's not too well. It's Fast 10. Sorry.
No, it's down.
By the way, see if those execs in every studio in Hollywood just got us three in and say, "Listen, guys, we're thinking of spending this much money on this movie. What do you think?" I think we'd be able to give them. I think we'd be able to give. Well, I would say a lot of the time we'll make that movie, but make it for half the money,
and get a less troublesome actor.
I get less troublesome actor. Yeah. See the rating. See the rating that you want to give it. Bump a rating. So if it's a 12, make it a 15, half budget, and I bet you'll make a lot more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Pitch that to Warner Brothers or somebody.
Oh, tumbleweeds. So.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. So Iger says he's not going to sell. This is from November 2022. So this is when Bob Iger. That's Bob Iger there. For those of you watching at home, block.
It looks like a hot collectible action figure.
It does, doesn't it? Actually, it actually does.
That's a really good likeness. That's a really good likeness of Bob Iger. It is. No, I know, but it looks like.
Anyway, this is shortly after he took over the reins from Bob Chapek. Remember him? In November 2022, he said, "I'm not selling the company to Apple." So the rumors are out.
This is not the first time this rumor's happened.
This is why it's funny.
So there's no smoke without fire, surely.
Yeah. This by the way, these are the worst collectible figures ever. This is Bob Iger and Tim Apple.
Bob looks a bit like a kind of Frank Sinatra action figure.
Always pictured a tuxedo though, or a bright white shirt.
See Tim Apple. I'm sure I've seen him at Buchanan Street bus station. That guy.
Yeah.
It just looks like he's got no teeth.
Yeah.
He's got no teeth.
Looking for bus fare home.
Yeah.
Honestly, he looks homeless.
He's
homeless.
Yeah. Well, he might be the new owner of Apple. This is just a rumor. What happened was in Bloomberg, he said that the non-linear TV, so things like ABC and ESPN, he's up for selling them off because they're not as profitable as streaming services. I don't know where he's getting that information from because, Disney Plus has been losing money hand over fist, but he seems to think that non-linear is in vogue and traditional linear television is not. So it looks like they're trying to sell it off.
I think the jury's still out, isn't it? Really, because I don't think it's went to plan. Really, the whole Disney Plus thing.
Do you think he gets out and goes, grabs a shower, and puts a tuxedo on?
Yeah,
like that's how he just turns up at work.
He wants to. Maybe he's auditioning for the next James Bond.
Maybe.
In his interview the other day, and he didn't have a tuxedo on. He had just a wee sports jacket on.
Did he have a bright white shirt though?
I think it was
crispy
white shirt. Yeah, because
you know how you'll know how I feel about him.
Yeah.
No, you're not a fan.
Not anymore. I'm not. No.
Yeah, nickel and diming people. Like, have you had the latest thing about Disney parks?
No.
Like everything's charged now. Like everything's charged. So you pay to go in the park, and then if you want to go on certain rides, you got to pay a bit more, and then you've got to reserve. I mean, the reserving thing's coming to an end soon. Pay for that now as well. So
that's only going to affect you, though, Sloan, not us.
No, that's true.
Hey James. The thing about Bob is though.
What about
the thing about any job? Never go back. Never go back. Never return.
Never go back.
Because it's never. It was like celebrated when he, the first time round.
Yeah.
And Bob Chapek came in, ruined it all, and now he's come in and it's just not the same Bob as he was before. He's not Uncle Bob anymore.
That's right. Yeah.
He's not the same. He's not the same.
He's the only uncle he is the uncle to the shareholders.
Correct.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
It.
It's just please those guys. That's it.
He's all business now that he's come back. No fun.
But that might also mean that he's thinking of splitting the company up, though. If he's all business, he's like, let's just get rid of it.
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This is his last hurrah.
Mm-hmm. To pay the writers.
To pay for it. Sell it.
Pay the writers and pay the actors.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Some of those. I don't know if you ever watched it. There was a TV show like 5 years ago, called Superstore. And
I watched it.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
NBC, great at doing workplace comedies. And one of the guys in it was a character called Sal, and the actor who plays Sal was talking about he didn't mention it, but it was essentially Wizards of Waverly Place that he was in, and he got a residual check. Sorry, he got paid $2,500 for that role. It was like a 40-hour week, and he was saying, "Now you think to yourself, $2,500 for a week? That's pretty good. But if you don't work in 5 months, then that's nothing."
Yeah.
And that and residual checks. And there was another woman, she said, "Do you want to see what my residual checks from SAG-AFTRA is?" And she showed the residual check, and he goes, "Why is this minus?" That she had minus 18 cents for some thing that she'd done on it. That's insulting. Like, why not just round it to zero? Why do I owe you money?
I get the same thing from the tax man this month, and I'm not even joking.
No, Gillian got that as well.
100 quid. Jeez, man.
I know.
It's because you're underpaid.
Talk about kicking us when we're down. It's like, did you enjoy your holiday? Here you go then, boot.
My friend went on holiday. Sorry, just on that subject. And all these kids were sitting in the airport, their headphones, and the wee pills you have to lean on if you're sitting on the flight. And they had all their good kind of brand new shorts and all the rest of it. And they were like, he handed her over his stuff, and he's like, "That's ready to go." And she was like, "Mister, I'm not going to say his name. You're not booked on this flight." He says, "I am. There's my itinerary." She says, "That's the itinerary. There's for like 3 or 4 days ago. You're not booked on this flight."
What?
Did you adjust the days at any point? And he was like, aye, I did. Within an hour, I realised my kid was still at school. I adjusted the days. Did you click the box that said blah, blah, blah? He said, no, I never clicked that box. He says, you're not on this flight.
No way.
And these kids were sitting there. He had to pay $2,500 more.
What?
My God.
$2,500 because he couldn't turn around and say to his kids, we're not going on holiday. Because
Whoa.
they're sitting there with a new trainers, new everything, bags, everything. And he said, well, you need to get me on that flight. How many seats have you got? 4. Well, I need all 4 of them. He paid another $2,500. Oh,
Wow.
bleh. And he found out that out this morning. I was like,
Oh, I don't feel so bad now then.
I know.
That's brutal. That is brutal.
Crikey,
That is brutal. Yeah.
Fatality.
That's why you should always check and triple check and quadruple check before you hit the big green button.
I know.
But then there's so much, small letter and and kind of tick boxes to tick and crap,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, man.
I know.
I feel his
Anyway.
pain. That's brutal.
I know.
That's brutal.
Do you guys want to know when Jody doesn't? He's off now. He's done. You guys want to know when Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is going to be on Disney Plus?
Go on, do tell.
August the 2nd.
Wow.
Not long now.
Wow.
Somebody said it's only 44 days to pumpkin spice latte, which
Oh, no.
made me feel sick. Not because
Wow.
of pumpkin spice latte, but because
I looked-
it's only 44 days away.
I looked up to see how close Halloween was. It's 100 days away.
Oh my God, that's nothing.
Halloween, it's nothing. I mean, what is it now? The end of July?
Blink of an eye.
That would be the end of June, end of May, end of April. I mean, like, wasn't that long ago?
No, it wasn't. No.
Oh, gosh. So, wow. So how long will it take for that from release date to get on to Disney Plus?
Glad you asked that question.
Is it 4 months?
When did they get? It was May, wasn't it? They got released. When did
Was it?
come out?
Is it on March? No. March?
Volume 3.
I'm becoming very cynical about the things coming out of the cinema and going onto these streaming platforms. Don't know why. I should be grateful because I'm paying the money for them, but
Yeah. I think they're coming out too quickly in Disney, though.
mm-hmm.
Oh, I suppose you're paying for Disney. Not everybody pays for Disney Plus.
I'm happy to be proven wrong.
Aye.
May the 5th. Sorry,
Oh, was it?
May the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good movie.
it's
Good
June,
movie.
July,
It's
August.
a great movie. Great.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
Yeah, that's
Really
about
good.
right. 3
Really
months.
Did you see it, Sloan? Did you go? You didn't see
No, I
it.
was
Did you?
waiting for it to come out on Disney Plus.
Oh, see.
Do you think that'll hit the billion? How far off is that from?
It's kind of flatlined. It's been
Yeah.
Flatline, isn't it?
really, yeah,
And
843,
Close.
like 700, 806 there. So
That's close.
all the guys in the Disney exec offices, they're just like, right, we're calling it. Get it, ship it straight to Disney
Yeah.
Plus.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
us.
yeah, movie's dead.
I'm
Put it on
calling it.
streaming.
Yeah, yeah.
Spider-Verse is
Time
not-
of death.
Aye. Spider-Verse isn't a Disney Plus thing, though, is it? Because it's on
No.
Netflix at the moment. Spider-Verse.
That's it. Yep.
Aye.
Is it not on Disney Plus as well?
I don't think so.
No.
Don't quote me on that, though.
Death forward Netflix.
Because the Spider-Man movies are on.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. These are different, though, aren't they?
Yeah. There's
But
I
did-
don't see it there. It's just the
They're just Sony. They're not.
ones.
Or do they say Marvel as well? Or they must do. They must do because
Maybe based on the Marvel
They
comics.
say Marvel, but it's not Marvel Studios.
Marvel Animation, is it? No.
They're allowed to use the Marvel logo, but they can't use the Marvel Studios logo.
Right. I knew there was something.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Did
Okay.
I ever show
Is
you
it,
my,
is it not
Japanese-
Marvel? Is it not a Marvel Comics logo actually?
Yeah, it's
No,
a
they-
Marvel Comics one. So you see the comic book flip.
Aye. Sorry, you're going to say the Japanese thing.
I didn't ever show you my Japanese Spider-Man action figure.
I don't think you did. No.
No.
No, I don't. No, I'll.
Save it.
In fact, I'm going to go get there. Talk amongst yourself. I'll be back in
Go
one
and,
sec.
go and get it. You know you want to.
I'm looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume
So
3.
I missed the release date. When is it on Disney Plus?
The 2nd of August.
All right, not far then.
So it's not long.
That's
It's like
good.
2 weeks, I think. Something
All
like
right, that'll be your film for that weekend
that. That'll
then.
be my film for that weekend. Yep, that's exactly.
Aye, spot
Right,
on.
you ready? I don't think you are.
Oh, aye. Oh, wow. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Very
Hold
cool.
on,
Is that the 1980s Spider-Man?
No, this is the actual Japanese one.
Oh, that's cool. When did you get that?
And I got it maybe about a month ago.
No, I
And
haven't
it's,
seen that. Then.
so do you know there's a documentary on Japanese Spider-Man on Disney Plus?
Is
I
that?
didn't know.
It's incredibly cool. It is.
I need
It's,
to
he
watch
is
that.
like all the only like.
Would you say it's amazing?
Just, I would say it's spectacular.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Honestly, it's so good. It's such a good documentary.
All right, I
It
need to
would
see
give
that.
you it's a good documentary. And it's got he's nothing like actual Spider-Man except he's got the suit. Everything else is different. It's definitely more like a what do you call it? Power Rangers. It's like an episode of Power Rangers.
All right, okay.
Okay.
Do you remember the 80s Spider-Man, James? And it was quite kind of kung fu-ish, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Remember?
Nicholas Hammond, wasn't it?
Aye, from
Yes.
Sound of
Oh
Music.
well, go you.
What's he like? Eh?
Go you. I know. I think it was it that guy Nicholas Hammond? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think it was in CBS as well. I don't know if it was or not.
I remember going to see that in the pictures in Air. Do you remember, Sloan?
Yeah,
Where
it was
where
the
MFI
pilot, I think.
Aye.
Where MFI was.
Where MFI is now. Uh-huh.
Wait, MFI still a going concern?
No, it's
MFI
now
doesn't
Aldi's.
exist anymore.
Aldi's now.
Oh yeah.
But it used to be
They're
a
still
cinema
there.
round about there. Round about there.
Aye.
And we went to see Spider-Man, one of the Spider-Man films there.
Who knew chipboard furniture wouldn't last?
Aye. As in that old 80s Spider-Man one, not the new ones. Back in the day.
June 2, talking of release dates, is getting pushed back. It's not good. It's getting delayed to...
I take it this is because of the strikes, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so SAG-AFTRA and WGA. Apparently, somebody's saying the strike could go on until November this year. Not entirely sure. Excuse me, sorry.
I've got to say, right, see this whole strike thing, I don't care. I just want them paid. Because if I'm spending money on going to a movie, I just want to be able to cry and laugh.
I know.
Or feel really, really emotional.
Yeah. I know.
So I don't care.
Mm-hmm. But for the people that don't believe in it kind of thing, it's nothing to do with all the big superstar actors. Obviously, it's the low down actors. It's them that you should feel sorry for because they're not getting.
And I really hope the big superstars are, because I know back in 2007 in the original one, when you listen to the book about the office, the US office, when the writer strikes were happening, then a lot of the superstars were like given all the cast, all the crew money to help them get through it. And I really, a lot of the people a lot of the bigger actors were incredibly good. You know, Steve Carell was definitely one of them.
Yeah, well, they're all kind of
money.
They're all turning out on the picket lines and stuff. But did you know that there are some movies still getting made because they're not part of the
some of them are not union movies.
Union movies. Yeah.
I knew some were getting made because of the budget. They're allowed to make them because the budget's really low.
Aye, kind of more independent stuff.
Yes.
That A10 movies in particular, they're still filming stuff, which is a bit on. Oh god, it's an independent production.
Is it Anna Perina?
Right.
Those guys. A10. Is it A10 or
A10? They're a production company. They do a lot of pretty successful films, which are off the top of my head, I don't know. But
is it A10 or
A10?
A24?
Was it A24? Sorry,
A24.
A24. Then sorry. Okay. I think did they not do that X movie stuff, things like that? You know,
they did Midsummer, Uncut Gems, Everything, All at Once, Lady Bird.
Oh, there you go. Oh, so they're quite a big deal, and they're still filming.
I did not know that. It sounds like they're scabs.
Well, that's what it makes the whole thing a bit of a, the sort
A
of
mockery.
a bit of a mockery, of the whole thing by doing that. Surely they should be standing, even though they're maybe not in the union. Surely they should be standing against their fellow actors. And I don't know, but you would think they would stand with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because by continuing to film, it just like you say, James, it makes a bit of a mockery of it.
There's a YouTuber, and he went on and said that he had a deal with some company or other like that, and he goes, so I'm going to be crossing the picket line. I don't care. And it's like, dude, first of all, you just said in your opening thing that the thing wasn't going to start until November, which apparently is when the strike's going to go on until. So it's happening in November. If you do that, I can guarantee, because Hollywood is a union place, you're not going to work again.
No.
You'll never work in this city again.
Basically, yeah. Who's going to work with you? Because the Teamsters apparently are thinking about striking, and they're the guys that basically lift everything and ship it to another location.
They basically run Hollywood.
Yeah, basically,
Teamsters?
Teamsters,
Yeah.
Teamsters Union.
Wow.
Remember Jimmy Hoffa?
Mm-hmm.
That's him.
That's
his union, Teamsters, yeah. As featured in the Irishman.
Aye.
I tell you what, man, I never thought I'd hear these words come out of my mouth, right? I'm ready for cancelling everything and just getting one of those daft fire sticks till November.
Yeah.
And I never thought I'd see myself there. I want to pay. That's why I go pay my money, never watch copies of things, never get stuff for free. But I just feel so strongly about it. I just feel like cancelling everything and just get one of those daft fire sticks until the writer strike finishes. Because they're not going to pay them anyway. And I wish these companies would release their streaming numbers, and they just won't do it.
No, they're never going to do it.
There's no transparency at all.
No.
Mm-hmm. So do you mean? So you mean do that as to kind of be solidarity with
protest?
The actors?
Yeah, because they're not going to pay them anyway. Make them suffer. And I think people should do the same. So if you're really into this stuff like we are, I'm happy to pay the stuff that we pay for Paramount Plus, Apple Plus, all the rest of it. But if you're not paying them, then go get lost.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but the kids won't let me do it. They're just like, no, dad. But I feel like I just want to.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It'd be good actually if everybody did that. It'd be good.
It's a good protest. That'd be standing and installed it.
Do you mean cancelling like streaming services or
cancelling Paramount Plus, cancelling everything, and just getting the content basically for free, which I hate doing, but I hate all this writer strike stuff. And I would do it till the writer strike was over, and then I would, take that, throw away that fire stick, and sign up for everything again.
Burn it in your Sarlacc pit.
In my pit.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
In similar news, Andor season 2 is shut down production, which is not good. But I mean, these things happen, I guess. So again, we thought we'd be escaping the WGA strike, but then SAG-AFTRA they joined the strike, which I think is the first time in like 60 years. So expect delays on Andor.
It's not a surprise, though, is it?
Not really. No. To be honest,
just weeks away from wrapping as well in principal photography.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
As much as I loved Andor, I know as much as I love it, I'm all right with it. I'm all right with everything. All the delays.
Mm-hmm.
Although Equity, which is the actors' union in the UK, has been told that they could be sued for breach of contract if they strike in solidarity with their SAG member crewmates. But what are you going to do?
British thing.
What are you going to do? So I'm assuming that I am assuming, but Cassian Andor himself is probably SAG-AFTRA. So if he's not working, how are you working? Like if you're doing a scene with him, how can you do the scene with him?
Yeah.
Are you going to pay the person to turn up and not do the scene?
But you can't do that if you're on strike. I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know, mate.
Shall we cheer ourselves up and watch some trailers?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. Right, let me unshare
Yes, please.
share audio there. Share entire screen. Okay, share.
Ooh, the trailer.
First up,
Oh, the
the
trailer.
Marvels.
Carol Danvers, prodigal
Is
child.
this a new trailer?
Nick Fury, my favorite one-eyed man of intrigue.
How goes it out there?
I know.
This new trailer.
This is new, yeah.
Space.
I think this looks good, this film.
I think it does as well.
Captain Marvel.
The Annihilator. You took everything from me,
What that was big and Marvel.
and now I'm returning the favor.
I was looking at the corner of my eye earlier on. I was like, Megan Marvel.
It's very much a female-led Marvel movie, this.
That was the
I know
end
I'm
of
stating
Marvel.
I like to state the obvious.
Okay, this looks phenomenal.
I think it looks great.
Switch places whenever we use them.
I think it looks...
You can
I like that MacGuffin as well.
can see it. And Kamala. Who's Kamala?
Was it MacGuffin? Is that
Turn.
MacGuffin?
Oh, Kamala.
Better, which I've never heard of. I can totally show you. No! She's targeting every planet we call
Sounds awesome.
I would
This is a much better trailer than the first one.
You are not the only thing standing between this and the universe.
Oh, man.
Ah,
Team.
Higher. Further.
What?
Who's that good kid? Cooks.
either James is paused. I actually thought you'd paused there, James. You're
No.
looking in awe.
I'm just... Aye. This is a reaction. That is an actual reaction because that looks effing brilliant.
Looks brilliant.
Look good.
Yeah. Does
Oh,
look
aye.
good. Looks great.
That looks phenomenal.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
bring it on.
the CGI looks pretty good. I'm hoping it doesn't
Yeah.
suck.
That
So
looks
it's all the hard work.
20s. That looks... I know. Those poor studios. Those poor
No, but the next
CGI
one's doing
studios.
strike.
When's that coming out?
Oh, I know.
When's that coming out?
November 10th.
Oh, exciting.
By the way, that looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
You want to see something that looks less great?
Oh,
okay.
no, I don't.
Oh, no. Oh,
All
no.
right. Prepare yourself.
Uh-oh.
Jodie, you especially.
Oh, God. What the actual heck? What's going on here? What's going on here? Are we going to start singing?
Yes, we are.
Oh, no.
Is this a musical episode?
Yep.
No way.
We'll celebrate with song.
No way, man. Oh, God. Star Trek goes Disney.
By the way, that is a... Oh, yes. Oh, my...
It's improbable.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
By the way, this is another reaction to a video trailer I've not seen.
Wow.
Just call this video the reaction video.
Some space.
Oh, yes.
I'm out.
New Worlds.
I am in. Cancel my cancellation. I'm in.
Brilliant. There you go. And that's all it took.
Brilliant. Superb.
Oh, man.
That was within the. That was a flip of a coin within the space of
Oh.
what, 5 minutes.
Do you know what? That kind of stuff AI couldn't possibly do.
I know.
Yeah.
You can't in that Marvel thing. Couldn't do it. Just get lost.
No, definitely not.
That's
You'd
brilliant.
enjoy that, James.
Oh man.
Oh man, I love that TV show.
Oh.
I love it.
It's good. It is good.
Oh, it's so good. Did you see the Spock one where he was human?
Yes, I just finished watching that. We haven't watched it. There's the crossover one is this week.
Did you say he dropped the F-bomb like Sloan did earlier?
Kind of, yeah.
Nah, kinda.
Yeah.
It was a
That's
similar
right.
what the F at the end of.
Oh,
Spider-Man.
right.
He still said it, as far as I'm concerned. He still said it because he said it in that universe. We might not have heard it, but he still said it.
Yeah.
I've got you.
Talking of things that we watched. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first, because I've not watched that much because I've been away. So I'll tell you what I have watched. I'll tell you what I know. Where's that from?
Tell you what I know.
It's Ripley's briefing from Aliens. She's briefing all the Marines.
All right.
So I'll tell you what I know. Sorry. I watched a thing last night on Netflix. I think I said to you, Jody.
You did.
I watched The Deepest Breath.
Oh, I was gonna. Yeah, I've just started watching that.
Yeah.
By the way,
insane.
I watched a clip on that in Gogglebox, and I'm like, I am not watching that. That looks like
Stressed out of my box. These people basically they bring themselves. They're basically borderline killing themselves.
Yeah.
On a fairly regular basis. And when they get back to the surface, they can't quite make it because they're pushing their bodies to the absolute limits. And when they get maybe about 6 to 10 feet from the top, they pass out, their brains shut down, and they have to bring them up and bring them back to life. Yeah. It's insane.
And by the way, Jody, that's the opening 2 minutes.
I know.
Right.
That's the
opening 2 minutes. Her coming, she comes out like this.
That's the bit I've seen, and I'm like, I'm not watching that.
And the eyes are
their
like
eyes.
Just...
So I watched that last night. So Empire Magazine gave it 3 stars out of 5 because there's certain reasons why, and I get why they give it 3 stars out of 5. I'm not going to go into it too much, but it's a really, really fascinating documentary.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Saturday night viewing. I think it's I don't know. It's not Saturday night viewing because it's a little bit long. It's definitely. I'm watching this on my phone because I kind of get back to sleep. That's perfect time of watching it. But a very good documentary.
Although after watching it, you probably won't be able to get back to sleep.
I know. Insanely sad, but very interesting. So I watched that last night. And what have I watched this week? Unfortunately, I made it to pictures. I watched the Spock episode that we were talking about where he becomes human from Strange New Worlds, which was absolutely fantastic. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I watched Star Trek Wrath of Khan.
Oh,
I watched Deadpool. Just again. I watched Deadpool 2, which is I haven't watched it in ages, and it is hilarious. It's
I'm not watching
so funny. I see if it was someone made you watch it, you'd be like, I don't know why I haven't watched this. See that part at the beginning where he's like he breaks into the mob boss's kind of apartment, really high up and there's the high rise thing, and he's chatting to you, so you're getting all that kind of breaking the fourth wall stuff, and then he's like, hit it, Dally, and they play 9 to 5.
Oh yeah.
There's so much brutality, and I'm just like, this is amazing. So we watched it on the plane home, me and Faith, because we were just kind of a little bit bored, and she said, I've downloaded Deadpool 2. Do you want to watch it? So I watched that. And do you know what else I watched the other night, a couple of nights ago, was, the film from 2014, Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen it, right? I used to watch a lot with my kids. By the way, right, that is extremely well written. Really, really very, very, very clever.
It's an Elton John production, isn't it?
Elton John. It's got James McAvoy. It's got Michael Caine. It's got Emily Blunt. It's just like a stellar cast. Patrick Stewart's in it, and loads more. You'd recognise everyone in it.
Jensen's in it as well.
The sequel had was a Sherlock Gnomes.
Sherlock Gnomes. It's garbage. The sequel, but see the first one, the music, the story, it keeps on going and going and going and does not stop. and it hits all the right beats, and it is a fantastic movie. See, if you had to babysit some younger, cousin or niece or nephew, that is the perfect movie to watch.
Yeah.
No way enjoy it. I would give it 5 stars. Great movie. So that's it.
That's
I'm
cool.
done.
That's cool. I'll go next.
Sure.
We watched The Flash again this week.
Fair play to you.
Danny hadn't seen it. Nevlin hadn't seen it. And they were both like, whoa, that was amazing. And I was like, by the way, that flopped completely at the box office. And they're like, what? I couldn't believe it because it's so good. And it's a shame. I feel sorry for Michael Keaton, particularly, because it was kind of him coming back and just giving another wee nod to Batman. But nobody saw it and nobody appreciated it, which is a shame. We've been watching The Sixth Commandment on BBC. It's got Timothy Spall in it, and it's a true story about this.
Oh my God, is he still alive?
Yeah. The university lecturer, and he's gay and gets caught up with one of the students who's actually trying to extort him for money and drugs him and stuff. Really, really well done from the BBC. It's a great drama. Just finished it there. Just finished the fourth. It's on the fourth.
What's it called?
The Sixth Commandment. Sixth Commandment. I think it's Thou shalt.
Okay.
The Sixth Commandment.
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill. Flash. We went to the pictures. We went to see Tommy Cruise do his Mission Impossible thing.
Did you know
Sam.
that Tom Cruise is older than John Voight was in the first Mission Impossible movie? John Voight was 57 when he shot that movie.
On the first one, was he? Really? There you go. You went to see it as well, James, didn't you? Before you went on holiday?
I went to see it in 4DX. I couldn't see it in IMAX. I seen it in 4DX.
That's where they spray water at you and everything.
It was a
fire. Set you on fire and stuff.
You're basically in the movie.
Explosions and mist and everything.
There's when tires screech and tires are like skidding all over the roads. There's a smell they pump in as well. Like it's
do they? Really?
Smell at the tail end of your eye. Yeah, it's so good.
I've never done that. I think that one was better than the last one. But do you know what? They're all done the same way. Those films, though, they've always got the kind of exposition where they're sitting about, and you know me about that. I'm like, come on, man, do it more interestingly. Unless it's got a tense kind of thing about it, but it's
unless it's a bunch of Imperials sitting around talking about progress reports.
Oh man, but that was tense.
I know
the dynamic was intense. With that, that's the only time I've that's been good. But it's like Tom Cruise will be like a bit like you, Sloan, actually. He'll finish off the sentences of whoever's, they're explaining a bit, and then he'll be like, right, so I don't know if they're getting paid by the line or word or something, because he takes over talking, telling them what they were about to say.
It'll be a SAG-AFTRA thing.
It must be, I don't know. But the action sequences were off the scale. I just wish they hadn't shown that the motorbike scene so many times before we saw it in the movie.
I thought about that, right? I thought about that, and see the motorcycle jump thing. I think that is an amazing scene, and it really will get people to come to the movie. But see what happens after that. I think that's better.
Yeah,
I think it's better.
Are you talking about when the? Well, I can't really say too much. Yes, I agree. I agree, and I think that's the best part of the movie. Best scene.
And do you know what? That movie is intriguing, and see all the stuff. There is some parts of it that's sitting around and talking, but see the dialogue, and when the dialogue exchanges, and when they're talking to each other, and the way it's edited, I found that very, very satisfying. The editing in those exchanges were brilliant.
Oh, it's choppy. It's not like the likes of Secret Invasion when they're just sitting about slowly.
I know. It's like, and what do you think? I think this. And then what do you think? And it's really good, and I like it. And then there's a lot of someone said it, and it popped into my head that there's a lot of tributes to silent movies in it. See the stuff with the little white Fiat 500, the yellow Fiat 500.
Yeah.
All the comedy gags. It's funny.
Do you know
It's
there's
funny
more?
as
There's
well.
more gags. There's more gags in this Mission Impossible than any of the other ones put together. I think
totally
as
funny. It is a very funny, action-packed, heartfelt,
well.
well
It's-
put
it's-
together
Peg did some.
thrill ride.
Well, Tom Cruise has got funny bits. It's almost verging
Very
on Roger Moore.
Yes,
Bond.
yes.
Funny.
Uh-huh.
Have you
That
seen the
type of
interview
thing.
with Sean Connery talking about Moonraker?
No,
No, I need to look at that.
It's really good.
is it? Aye.
Yes.
Yeah,
Not a fan.
but anyway, it was really good. You were talking about Renfield, Sloan, and we started watching Renfield. We haven't finished it yet because everybody around me started falling asleep, and I'm like, oh, well, I'll just put it off then. Watch it later.
Dear.
Aye.
Why don't you just subtly turn the volume up?
I know. I should have just kept watching it. That's what I normally do. Just let them,
Yeah, let them have a wee sleep.
Well, I say everybody. Evelyn fell asleep, and then Danny just left the room.
Just got bored.
Oh, another Nicolas Cage film, Dad. For God's sake.
Started double screening.
Yeah, it was. It was totally double screening.
Just
and I was
screams
like,
at you, why don't you marry him? And then
"It's
runs off.
hopeless." But I liked what I saw of it. So.
I thought it was really funny. I really enjoyed it.
You saw it,
to be honest, it's not really a Nicolas Cage film. It's
not. It's more about Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult.
Hoult.
Do you not think he's the new Hugh Grant?
He comes off a bit stuttery in this one. He's a bit Hugh Granty in this one,
Very Hugh Grant,
which is a bit less good. But Aquafina's in it. I like Aquafina, and
Me too.
And she's really good as the cop.
Mhm.
I thought it was fun. It's a good movie. I gave it a solid 3.5 out of 5. I think it's a good movie.
Nick Cage is good in it though. He's in it enough.
Nick Cage is really good in it. Like he hams it up. He's back to the kind of Nicolas Cage hamming up thing.
That's
but
what
he's good in it. But it starts off with like a little backstory thing, and he's basically they've taken clips from Bela Lugosi's Dracula and superimposed Nicolas Cage's face on it.
No, they didn't. They did it.
It's actually really well done.
Key light stuff and all
brilliant.
that. It's brilliant.
Brilliantly done.
Really good. And it's all like they've projected them into the scene of whatever they're in. So like Nicholas will be like, and all this kind of stuff. It's
very good.
Yeah,
very good. Do you not think he's made some great decisions, or his agent has for him lately? He's been in some real top notch stuff.
Yeah,
lately. Yeah.
But we
didn't you have to pay a tax bill
all the way through it.
That
was a few years ago.
You're
Yeah,
right.
and I think that's the reason why I ended up doing all these like crappy movies, because he's like, I need to make money.
A film a week, practically.
Yeah. I know. Oh, he's been in some terrible movies. There was one about a bomb, and he was a cop, and it was awful.
Okay, but that's going back, Phil. That's going back.
Couldn't even afford a decent wig. Terrible. Anyway, we that was our Friday night movie. We loved it. Both of us were laughing, hee-hawing all the way through it, so it was great.
Yeah.
Sam got me into this one called Reality, which is about Reality Winner. That's the name of the main character, but it's not a character. It's actually a true story. So it's a play. It's a play based on something that happened in reality.
It's a Sydney Sweeney.
Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
And she plays an NSA analyst who is being investigated by the FBI, and it's based on a room called "Is This the Room?" That's the name of the play. Is This the Room? And it's the room that they interrogate her in her house. Fascinating. It's an hour and a half.
Right.
You will get that back. I promise you. It's a great watch.
What's
it's
that
a
one?
play. It's a single single scene play, essentially.
What's it on?
I don't know. I knew you were going to ask that, and I don't know what it was on.
Is it? Oh God, I'm going to
Maybe
guess.
Prime.
Prime's got Dune on it now as well.
Prime.
I'm gonna give that a second chance.
Yeah, I think you should. It ticks your boxes, James. To be fair, you like.
I know.
You like kind of epic sci-fi. You like kind of slightly boring sci-fi.
I know. I will give it a second chance. I figure if this writer strike lasts till November, I'll be looking for things to watch.
Yeah, I think so.
So, but I will
Unless
give it
you-
a proper second chance. Sit 3 hours aside for it.
Aye.
We also watched Missing this week as well, which is the sequel to Searching,
Oh,
the John Cho one. So it's it's on a computer screen, and
Looks all right, actually.
thank God for Modern Family, or else they'd never be able to do these shows.
is that Netflix?
I know. That was a Netflix thing, one. That was a Modern Family.
That was
thing.
Modern Family. Modern Family did it first.
Oh, I love that.
and
I love
then
that when they did it in Modern
the
Family.
Claire,
Very
she's
clever
like, this is the
episode.
popcorn
Very.
you want. And she's like
Yeah.
crying and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so they did it with John Cho, and now they've done it with I can't remember that. She played Idris Elba's daughter in the Suicide Squad. Can't remember the actress's name. Anyway, she's in it. Fantastic. It's every bit as good as the first one. Lots and lots of little twists and turns through it. Go watch it.
What's it called again? Missing.
Missing. Yeah.
And
I never
is it
saw
on-
the
is
first
it-
one.
You never saw the first one? The first one was
No.
great.
Is it on Netflix?
Yep. I don't know.
I know of it though.
I'm saying
I
yep.
do know of it. I do know of it, but
Yeah. Go and watch them both. They're fantastic.
what's missing on then?
I bought it on. I rented it on.
It's
Prime.
not.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
Okay.
But we're just looking for something. To
Fair
watch.
enough.
The reason why I know that she's in the Suicide Squad is because I watched the Suicide Squad on Monday. Just to-
The
it was
James
like,
Gunn,
that's good.
James Gunn one.
The gun.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Have
Gun
you never
Squad.
seen it?
No, I've seen it before, but it's just
Aye.
I just went. You know, I'm going to watch this again.
Yeah.
It gets better. Like I liked it the first time I saw it. Gets
Mhm.
better the second time you see it, and I think this is the third time I've seen it now, and it's like, yeah, this movie's a lot of fun.
It's a good movie. I love the Harley Quinn side quest. I thought that was a lot.
The Harley Quinn side quest where she falls
was
in
really
love with
good.
a dictator, and
Or
then,
pretends to.
yeah, but then it turns out that he murders kids, and she's like,
Aye.
oh,
Aye.
oh, I wish you hadn't
Good.
said.
Aye, it's a good
Aye.
movie.
And then she rescues herself, and she meets up with Flag and Deadshot. What's Idris Elba's character's name?
No, that was
Deadshot,
Will Smith's.
Is it Deadshot? Yeah.
What does he? Is that not Will?
Oh,
Smith?
it's like blood sport, blood kill,
Blood,
something
yeah,
like that. Kill
something like that.
sport,
Anyway,
kill blood.
yeah. So Flag says, "Oh, we're here to rescue you," and she goes, "Oh, I can go back in, and you can rescue me."
Oh yeah. That's
Idris
right.
Elba goes, "Patronising."
Aye,
So
movie.
good. And then I'm watching Secret Invasion. Please send flowers.
You're nearly there, Sloan.
I'm nearly
Me and
there.
James have given up.
So we're 5 episodes in. The finale is this week. Nothing
gosh.
has happened.
You're our man.
Nothing
in there.
has happened in this.
Do it for
show.
me and James.
Oh God!
Not a
Do
thing.
it for us.
I just checked there. I said, "Is there going to be a season 2 of Secret Invasion?" No, is the answer.
No.
This feels honestly.
are there-
This feels like this is the end of
waste
the
of
first
time.
act. Well, yeah, it feels like a big giant waste of time. It feels like the end of the first act where they're setting things up.
God, I hate
And
that.
it's
I hate hearing that.
5 hours into. Actually, it's not 5 hours into. It's like 2.5 hours because every episode's like 36 minutes. It's not good. It is not good.
I've
Are
heard
there
people
any,
enjoying it.
Are there any cameos?
So Olivia Colman's in it.
That's not a cameo though. She's
She's one of the She's one of
One
the
of the stars.
characters.
I'm talking about like Don Cheadle in
Honestly?
the first episode.
there is a cameo, and it's some dude that appears with
Oh yeah. It's the Black Widow guy.
yeah.
That
But it's a
procures
total kind of-
dreams and
you
stuff
would-
like that, but it's like
Not an important character.
they
type
they
thing.
drop the music when they show him. Like he's supposed to be like, "Look, kids, it's Deadpool,"
Yeah.
or "Hey, kids, it's Mark Hamill,"
No one cares.
and everyone's like, "Who's this guy?"
Yeah,
And it's like I think he's got the same baseball cap on or something. It's like okay,
he was in. The actor was in. He looks like Craig David, and he was in.
he does
He looks exactly like him.
Ray David.
Yeah, and he was in The Handmaid's Tale. He
Oh,
was
okay.
her husband.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
right,
his,
okay.
I don't know his name
Yeah,
though,
okay.
but he's a good actor.
Ben Mendelsohn. It's not Ben.
No, it's not him.
Anyway, we're honestly 5 episodes in, and it feels like it's just starting, which means it feels like it's the end of the first act. Anyway,
Well, Sloan, we commend you.
Fair play to you.
it's not
Fair
good
play to you.
television. However, I have been watching two things that is great television, and that's Secret Invasion. That's Hijack with Idris, or Driss as he's called sometimes. I've been watching Celebrity Gogglebox as well, and they've mentioned Hijack quite a lot.
They were watching it.
Yeah, every single episode is a twist, a turn, and a cliffhanger.
Brilliant.
And it's exhausting viewing, but it's fantastic viewing. It's like, oh my god, I need to lie down after that.
I need to get Apple TV back.
It's
You get it back.
Aye. I'm 2 episodes behind, so don't spoil.
Oh, you've been watching it, James? Okay, cool.
Oh, aye. The
cool.
reason we've not watched it is because we've been away.
Right, cool, good.
It's
I need
so
to get into it then. I need to get into it.
Eva Miles is in
so
it as
it's
well,
good.
from the old Torchwood.
Aye.
She's in it. She plays an ATC spokesperson. There's a there's a guy in it from The Thick of It as well, who Malcolm Tucker refers to as Lord Voldemort.
Right.
Anyway, because he looks like Voldemort. Anyway, and the other thing I've been watching is Foundation, which is on Apple TV as well. Coincidence? I think not. Foundation. Okay, compare and contrast. Secret Invasion cost a reported $250 million. Foundation cost $45 million. Foundation looks like a movie. Every single episode looks like a movie, and Secret Invasion looks like I filmed it on my iPhone with people that I know that want to be in a movie, which I can count in my hand is 5 people, maybe. Like every scene has got like 5 or less people in it. It's so bad, so bad.
Oh man.
Anyway, Foundation.
It's a shame.
Honestly, they have a village scene in Foundation, and I counted maybe about 50 or 60 extras in it, and that's probably more than is cast in Secret Invasion.
Just pay Disney. Pay your writers more.
Yeah.
Like, slash the rest of the budget. I don't need all the CGI if I'm crying or I'm excited.
Exactly. Yeah.
People Iger list
a wee bit.
as well.
I know. I need a wee bit of excitement, a little bit of CGI, but I want to feel something. Otherwise, I don't want to pay you.
But the thing is, though, right? It's all very well having a good story and stuff, but you do have to feel like it's very important to have a good story, great characters and things. But you've got to feel as if you're immersed in the world as well.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just film it in somebody's living room and close-up shots.
No, and I'm not saying that. I just don't think every film needs to cost $250 million.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Secret
Invasion uses bloom a lot, and we all know what that means.
That's the fake ending of a corridor and things like that. Isn't
exactly.
It?
Yeah. Think Camino.
But bright light, bright.
But do you know what? I don't really have a problem in that. I'm actually fine with that if I'm crying or laughing.
Yeah, exactly. I
true,
know.
But it's just that people in Secret Invasion, people disappear into that void like it's the end of Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Is that what it's called? Bloom? Is that what
Bloom.
It's called?
Yeah.
Do you know it's like the Flash, for example? People complained about the CGI, but I, to be honest with you, could not care less because it was a great movie and you believed in the characters and it was fantastic, you know. And to be honest with you, the CGI parts that people were complaining about were the bits where it was going into Flashpoint. Anyway, so it was kind of a bit surreal. Anyway,
the Cronus Bowl.
Yeah, that. Yeah, yeah. You know the type.
I think it's called the Cronus Bowl anyway. I think I heard someone down the shop say it was the Cronus Bowl. Might not
and
be.
Aldi's was it Lady Gaga that mentioned it?
Even though it's definitely called the Cronus Bowl.
Yeah,
I think it is.
I think you're right.
All right, folks. I think that'll do us for today. If you liked what you saw and you want to help us out, costs you nothing. All you got to do is hit the like button and share on social media. We don't ask for anything else. And if you want timely reminders when we put something else up, then hit the old subscribe button, notification bell, and YouTube will let you know when we put a new video up. But anyway, thanks everyone for joining us live. Thank you for commenting on the video below, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks, everyone. Bye.